Okay, welcome back to part 2 here. This is all dried and ironed up, all 3 kits now. And this is the one we did with no dye at all, and then it had leached the rust. And it's alright. It's a very lot of good elements in here to use. A lot of fun coloring that happened just organically. So different, very different than I'm used to, but I love the subtlety of this technique. And then all that dye leached into this page quite a bit here, and then this got blurry, which is kind of interesting, different. I don't really like the look too much, but still interesting. Steaming is something I'm definitely going to be exploring a lot more of next season. This is a pretty little page here. A lot of fun stuff going on. So I had a little bit of this dye mix left over from the burnt orange. And so I went and grabbed a bunch of aspen leaves off the ground in my yard and threw them all in an eco dye kit to use up the last of my dye. And the kit came out gorgeous, so you're going to end up getting one more kit. Good grief. I keep saying that. 20 kits later, oh, there's one more coming. Pretty fun little silhouettes here. Yeah, this kind of, when it leached, it lightened up almost to an orangey pink, which I'd like to maybe tone that down with some watercolor. That'd be worth experimenting with this winter. Pretty neat though. I mean, the way the prints come out in this totally natural way of doing it is really a heck of a discovery. Look at how beautiful this leaf is here. I love that. And then this inky blob here, just a lot of fun stuff. Not so great of a page here, but okay, kind of nice for grunge, for a grunge background sheet. Oh, beautiful little areas in here. I like this page a lot. So I'm testing out this new little filming nook in my house, and I think I got the light really good, and I'm very excited about it because when I go to edit this video, if everything looks good, this is in a really dark part of my house, so if everything looks good, then I'm going to be able to film a day or night anytime I want, and it's looking pretty good on the monitor. Okay, so this kit is the Hibiscus and Chamomile kit. Let's go ahead and take a look at the fabric. I did get some leaf prints. I actually got some really nice leaf prints on this fabric. Some really fun texturing too, and it's so kind of pale and subtle. That chamomile really added a lot of yellow to this kit too. I was really surprised at the strength of the yellow that I got out of that chamomile. I'm just going to run it both sides because, oops, both sides are a little different. So I'm going to show you all of it. Really came out fun. There's just some really fun, subtle little areas. I think I'm going to use this for journal covers and then collage on top of it. But I was really happy to see leaf prints. So here's some leaf prints here. And then here's the other side of this fabric. We'll just go back the other way now. Look at all that yellow. This is the outline of leaves, but I think it had a lot of help from the chamomile. Chamomile, chamomile. You know what I'm saying. Ended up with some purplish gray from the Hibiscus here. Just really pretty nice fabric. I'm really happy with it. I think it's going to be perfect for a background to some of the pressed leaves that I've collected. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to. I'll be doing all that stuff on film so you can see how I do stuff. So here's some more leaf silhouettes and a really nice print and silhouette up here and some nice coloring. Just a fun piece of fabric. I'm so happy I found this way of doing this. And I'm going to take, after I show this, I'm going to look up the gal's channel, but it is in the description box below as well, too. So, yeah, what a cool technique. I'm so happy I saw her video. So here's some hibiscus, and a lot of this yellow is the chamomile. I'm just so amazed at how much yellow came through. And when I ironed this kit, it really smelled like chamomile. It doesn't so much now, a tiny bit, but oh my gosh, it smelled like walking through a garden gate into the freshness, right into a big, beautiful herb garden. Such a lovely smell. So I'm really excited about doing the organic dyeing. This really came out fun this side, and then not so much here, but a lot to work with on this page. Not a lot to work with on this one, but this is a good start. Like an old wall, this could be really transformed into something beautiful. We're going to be doing a lot of art with these over the winter. Here's this one. Yeah, that hibiscus got a lot of like really charcoal gray out of it and lighter tones of gray in this kit. Very happy. And then I really like how the rest leached into this. And I think I'm just going to do some dyed papers this winter, because just because I don't have botanicals doesn't mean that I can't get some really cool textured grunge papers by steaming them with dye. So I think I've been thinking about doing that. I think I'm going to give that a shot too. Not sure when. I got a lot coming up. Here's a really fun maple and another one. But yes, there's just so much artistic fun to be had. Very interesting page there. Really fun. Organic. So organic. So different from what I've produced with all the boiling and dyes. This is very different. This is an interesting page for texture. Look at all that yellow from the chamomile. What an amazing natural dye for a sunny yellow color. See this beautiful little maple here. Big maples here that didn't turn black at all, which is really amazing. I usually have such problems with that, as you know, for those of you that watch. Piece of hair. Either got dog hair or human hair in my artwork. These came out little fun areas here. This aspen and this cottonwood tree leaf here, and then this big sprig. Really a fun page. Just so much more subtle, some of these, than I'm used to, but I love subtle too. See, this is such a fun, this would be such a fun background page to paint something over top. That's what it's inspiring in me. Same with this side. Got a little mini print here, really grungy and fun leaf prints on this page. And then look at this veining up here from this leaf. Oh, love this coloring here too. Okay, so be right back for the burnt orange kit. So same thing here. I'll just go ahead and show you the fabric. This kit, I am really impressed with how this went. The dye and the steam, I think, are a match made in heaven. Look at all these leaf prints. This goes on and on through this piece of fabric, and look at that fun coloring. Really turned out to be such a nice piece of fabric. This is definitely going to be used for journal covers. I've got a bunch of them coming up, and I'm going to do a quick little tutorial on how I put them together. And I learned how to put them together from Pam at the Paper Outpost. She's another channel I like to watch. So when I do those journal covers, I'll show you how I do it, and be sure to mention her again. Nobody ever knows that I mention them. I don't like set out to collaborate. I just share what I love, you know. Okay, here's the other side of this. Just incredible. All the prints and texture and color that happened on this fabric. And again, I really want to use this to back up some real leaves and some collage elements. So got a lot of ideas that just spring up when I look at these fabrics. So fun. Look at that grapevine leaf. And then all the yellow, we got this crazy yellow around this maple leaf here. And then these tree sprig leaves. The texture in this is just, I was so pleasantly surprised to get this all rinsed and dried and ironed. And I rinsed this and wrung it out. I was really rough on this piece of fabric, and it held up beautifully. And like I said, you can only dye on natural fabrics. And if you want to treat your fabric, pre-treat it in soda ash, you can. I think there's some different ways of doing it. When I tie-dye, I use soda ash to pre-treat my fabric. And I have a video on that. It's in on my channel if you're interested. And then but really all I used on this was I sprayed this fabric down with alum, and that's all I did to it, as you saw. So it worked out beautiful. So there's that, and then I'll show you the papers. I like the coloring. It's so fun to steam with dye. So I said I wasn't going to do dye next season, and I don't think I'm going to be able to resist the temptation of reaching for it. It's just going to be a mix of both, of course. I get ideas and I gotta try, you know? Look at all the detail. It's just incredible, the difference between the two ways of doing it. And both ways are good. I love both ways. But this is a new love for sure. Now my orange got quite washed out in here, and so I would like to see this definitely be a little less bright, a little bit more toned down. Look at that. The detail of the veining and all of this is just really fun. And I was worried that I didn't get these tight enough, but I think they came out really cool. Even the pages that aren't like deeply leaf printed in the other two kits, I just like them. It's different. I love different. I love to dig up treasure and explore. This page came out really fun. Oh, wow. Just the detail is quite astounding when you steam your papers and fabric. I want to boil a bunch of fabric too next season when I get some more leaves, but I think I'll be grunging up some paper with this technique, and I'll just do a tutorial on here. I'll try it and experiment, and I'll just film while I'm experimenting so you can see, just like I did with this one here. Here's that fun page where the fabric ended, And then these leaves, I tucked them under the fabric on purpose, hoping to get this, and it worked, and I love it. And then look, it's got this crooked border. I think that is so fun. This is a really fun page. I think this would make the funnest journal page too. These are definitely going to be in my shop. All these kits, and I'm just putting them in raw. I might discount the other two because they are really, really raw. But I'm going to give all of it other than the fabric. If I can scan it to the degree that it's actually worth printing, I will try. And let me know what you think if you really want prints of the fabric, but I'm thinking it's definitely going to scan with the fiber of the fabric, and sometimes that interferes with the print. I have scanned fabric quite a bit, and it's actually fun. It just is a different look. Such a good time this was, too. So if you love eco dye like me, here's a whole new way to play. Look at that grunge. And I'd love to throw some watercolor in here and some pen work. That's what I'm inspired to do when I look at this. I really need to get some brown micro pens because I think brown would just be awesome. I show the other side of this one. I think yep, I did. This texture here is the border of the fabric being nestled onto the paper. Made a really fun border on a lot of the pages. And then here's the string marks from the outside. I love this right here. Just an explosion of color and texture and grunge. Really fun. So here's something if you've got leaves available to you and winter's not settling in on you, I say go for it. Go for it. Go for it. So fun. You will love it. You will just be amazed at your results. So thanks so much for stopping by today. And of course, subscribe and hit that like button for me and hit the bell notification. You know the whole drill. If you like what I do, I'd love for you to come back. Have an absolute great day. See you soon.